Hey, what's happening? I'm Stephen Robb. I'm a writer for SpartanAvenue.com, and I am just enjoying my fan mode right now. I'm geeking out with the Spartans. I'm psyched for this game against Oregon and the Redbox Bowl, and it's going to be a good matchup. Oregon just got the #1 recruit in the nation. That's pretty amazing, and got to give them props for that. However, Michigan State got a big-time recruit themselves. And, some people might say, well, Peyton Thorne was, just a 3-star Western Michigan quarterback commit. But he had a lot of family ties. He had some ties, I'm sorry, not family ties, but ties to Western Michigan. And when that scholarship offer went out, I remember a lot of pundits and writers were saying, hey, it's not going to happen. He's not going to decommit. He's got too much there. And it looked really like a solid commit. And now Michigan State got him on campus, and he committed. Pretty amazing what the Spartans were able to do there. So I'm impressed by that. Michigan State's really needs to get a couple more guys on the defensive line, in my opinion. And there's my dogs barking. Awesome. But they got to get a couple guys there. Layne is going to the draft. And, I'm really happy for him. I think he could be a potential first-round pick because of his size and also because of his speed. And he's going to be another, big-time DBU, if you will, defensive back, University of Michigan State. They're churning him out there. Also, as everyone knows, LJ Scott's going pro. Really, LJ Scott, good for him. I got to say, there's really not much else to say. There's really no reason to come back to Michigan State next year. And although I do think the offensive line will be much improved next year, it's still not going to help LJ Scott. So it may be a good thing that he's moving on, and it may be, in my opinion, it's almost a good thing for Michigan State as well, because even though he tried to get out there and do it, and these young running backs, they need the reps. They need to get out there. They need to get in there, and really Michigan State needs to move on just as much as LJ Scott needs to move on. So kudos to everybody involved here. I know a lot of people were upset because LJ Scott came in as this 4-star guy, great running back. He was going to be the next running back in that line of Le'Veon Bell, Jeremy Langford, and now LJ Scott. Javon Ringer as well. Throw him in there. And LJ Scott just never could get it done. And what was the deal with that? I personally think that Michigan State's offensive line troubles really just trickled, for a long time. And it goes back to that class where they only got, Dennis Finley. Outside of him, they didn't get anybody else, on the offensive line. And it was that kind of, recruiting that maybe they felt comfortable with the guys that they did already have in their roster, but not getting enough offensive line help. You see what that can do for a team. It comes back to recruiting. And that's really the reason why I believe Michigan State this year suffered as well, because again, it goes back to maybe missing on some guys. They lost to guys, Austin Robertson, of course, many of the 2016 class that's moved on and gone elsewhere. Losing all those guys, really does have a ripple effect on a program. And Michigan State just didn't recover. And that's the reason why I did it again. I dropped a we, not we, and I'm wearing a jersey. But that's the reason why Michigan State was, really had a difficult season this year, I believe, because the injuries mounted up. And when you don't have experienced guys coming in, like D'Antonio has had in the past, back in those 2014, 2013, 2011, he had those guys that he was able to go to. When you don't have that, and that's because of recruiting, then it's gonna impact. And that's why I believe that it was really important that they got Peyton Thorne, getting another quarterback in there. Well, again, it's another kind of slow week until this bowl game for Michigan State, whether football or basketball. And after the holidays, things are going to get rolling here, and hopefully the Spartans can pull out a victory against Oregon there. So I'm Stephen Roth for SpartanAvenue.com. Thanks for watching.